Fans across the nation got a first-hand look a couple of weeks ago what fans in Hampton Roads have known for the last decade. Washington quarterback Taylor Heinicke can play football. He burst on the scene at Old Dominion in 2011 and he never looked back. Amazing accomplishments his freshman season, giving ODU wins over in-state rivals William & Mary, Richmond, and James Madison. In the win over the Dukes, Heinicke with an amazing touchdown pass, putting the ball where only the receiver can catch it. Heinicke had 25 touchdowns and 1 interception his first season and led ODU to the FCS playoffs and a 10-3 record. In 2012, Heinicke rewrote the record book. He passed for more than 5,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, and he ran for another 470 yards and 11 more scores. In a game against New Hampshire, ODU trailed by 24 points in the fourth quarter, but Heinicke erased that deficit and passed for an NCAA record 730 yards in the Monarchs' 64-61 win. He also threw for 5 touchdowns, ran for another touchdown, and converted 2 two-point conversions. Heinicke went on to win the Payton Award, the FCS equivalent of the Heisman, as ODU once again made the FCS playoffs and finished in the top 10 and won a de facto conference title. The following season, ODU began the transition to FBS, a hodgepodge schedule that included 5 FBS opponents, and ODU finished 8-4. In his senior season, Heinicke and the Monarchs played their first season in Conference USA, and they opened conference play with an upset win over reigning league champions Rice as Heinicke worked the 2-minute offense to perfection. In his final home game at ODU, Heinicke led the Monarchs to an overtime upset win over West Division leading Louisiana Tech. Heinicke calling an audible with the walk-off win after he tossed the touchdown pass to David Washington. ODU finished that first season in Conference USA with a 6-6 record as the chapter closed on a great college football career. 6 years later, Heinicke could play a big role for the Washington football team when it takes on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs. Heinicke surprised a lot of people when he relieved Dwayne Haskins against Carolina. That was a couple of weeks ago. But not people in the 757. We've seen this movie before, and we'll see how this chapter closes Saturday night against the Buccaneers if he does have an opportunity to play in the postseason. Brian Parsons for the Sportswrap.